following Coolermaster 932 HAF review is sponsored by EIPhost.com. Remember to visit EIPhost.com for all your web design, web hosting, and e-commerce solutions. Hi everybody, today I have a nice case to show you, and it's the Coolermaster 932 HAF. This case is a full tower case, and it has big fans all around that will keep all the computer components inside nice and cool. This case goes for about $140. It does not have a power supply, so keep that in mind when you buy it. I will put at aramistech.com links to where you can get the case, and also recommendations that I will put there for the power supply as well. This definitely is a really good case for a gaming rig or a server perhaps for your home or business. It will definitely do the job. It has really cool features, and in the next few minutes I'm going to show you all the ins and outs of this case and all the features that it has. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Alrighty, on the front of the case here we have 6 expansion bays that you can use for CD-ROMs or swappable drives that you can put out here with trays. But definitely this is really good that you can expand, and if you don't do anything on it, it's a nice see-through mesh which allows the airflow to go smoothly throughout the case. On the top of the case we have here a nice convenient part where you can have you have 4 USB 2.0 ports. You have a FireWire port right here, an eSATA port, and then you have right here your microphone port and an adapter for your headphones. Here it has the little light for the power and the hard drive activity. So it has them right here. Actually, the top one is the power, and then the bottom one is the activity of the hard drive when it's working. On the top of the case right here, we have the power button, a reset button. We also have a mat here that when you take it out, it also has a hole here for your water cool system. When you lift the mat right here, you will find the hole right on the bottom here, and on the mat itself it says fill port right here. So it's basically, this is how you probably fill your water cooled system if you put a water cooled system in here. And I will show you also in the back that it has holes for that. Behind the mat right here, there's a big fan. It's a 230 by 30 millimeter fan. It's nice and big, and it will actually create a nice airflow for the computer components inside. On the side of the case here, this is the front that I was just showing you right now, and then here's the side of it. On the side here is transparent. It has a nice plastic part to it, and right below it, it has another big 230 by 30 millimeter fan. According to the specs of the machine, this fan runs at 700 RPMs, as well as the one on the top that I just showed you before. On the back of the case here, you have 2 ports that are for your water cool system. This plate right here has several screws that you can take out, so you can actually put the power supply, I guess, right up here on the top, because it looks just about the same size of what will go up here. You also have a fan right here, a nice big fan. This fan is at 140 by 25 millimeter fan, and it runs at 1200 RPM, so it's a pretty good fan to have back here. Right here are just the slots of where the PCI card and PCI Express cards would normally be put in place. Right below here is where the power supply goes, and that's where the actual place that you're supposed to put it. Remember, like I said, on the top you might be able to take it and adapt it up on the top here, but it's supposed to go down here. Taking the cover off the case, this is basically popping it out, and it comes right out. And now you can see the inside. Starting with the top side of the case here, where the bays for the CD-ROMs are. And basically the way the mechanism is set so to hold the CD-ROMs in place, for example, is interesting. It basically, you see these plastic pieces that are here, they have an actual button on it. Okay, now there's no screws to mount anything. You slide in, let's say, a CD-ROM in here, and you press the button. Once you press the button, little pins will come out that will hold the CD-ROM in place. You press it again, and the pins will retract into the plastic piece, and you can slide out the CD-ROM out of place. At the bottom where the hard drives go, it also has a nice mechanism to hold it in place. Basically, you take this little leg here, pop it out, and you can slide out this tray, and the hard drive will go inside this tray. All right, now it has a little pins on the tray to hold the hard drive in place. Once you put a hard drive in here and have it ready to go, just basically slide in the tray again, right into place, and lock it up, and you're good to go. So definitely it's really nice, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hard drives that you can put in here all on the machine. So if you get yourself a nice motherboard, you definitely can put many hard drives in here, and you can expand the bays on the top as well. Right up on the side of the hard drives, right towards the front of the case, there's a fan right here, this transparent fan, and this fan right here in the front is a 230 by 30 millimeter fan. Also runs at 700 RPMs, so it's a great fan to have. This case has 3 of those fans, and that definitely brings out a nice airflow right into the machine and outside, bringing all the heat out of it. At the bottom here, you have the tray where the power supply sits, and also room for another fan right here. The fan that can fit here is a 120 by 25 millimeter fan. On the side here is basically where the hard drives sit, the other fan that you have, and that's pretty much it that you have here. There are, like I said, no screws to mount the stuff. You just basically pop in everything, so it's a lot easy to do maintenance on this and remove something or put anything new on it. I wanted to show you a nice little feature about this fan inside the cover itself. If you turn the cover on the inside of it, you will see the fan. It's a big fan, and this particular fan, the feature that I love about this is that it has a little grill on it, you know, so that it protects it from cables touching it. So you're not gonna have any of those problems that you might have on other cases where the cables, you bend them or something and they end up touching the fan and making all kinds of noises and stuff like that. So definitely that's a nice little add-on that they did to the fan. Inside the Coolermaster case, you're gonna find a small box with some cables, screws, and everything. So one of them is an 8-pin power cable extension that you're gonna find there. You can see it here. You're also going to find an adapter, which is a 5.25 to 3.5 converter shield. This is used when you install it in an FDD, which is for example like a floppy drive, or if you're installing one of those media card readers, you might have to use one of these to convert one of the big bays into a smaller bay. One of the things that is my favorite that comes with this case are the wheels. It comes with wheels to put at the bottom of the case, so you can convert it from a regular standing case to a movable case by simply adding the wheels. The screws are all included, and basically you have the 4 wheels that come with it, and then a bag that has all the screws, tie wrap, and everything you're gonna need to put this together. There's a cable there that you see, and that's the speaker cable that it's optional. You can add it to your motherboard, and also all the screws and connectors right included. So definitely this is really nice. It also has some instructions in it that will show you how to put everything together. Lastly, you're going to need the installation guide that comes included, and basically it's easy to walk through manual that you have here, and it shows you all the diagrams and all the explanation of everything that's in here. So definitely will answer any questions you may have, and it'll walk you through the setup of your computer so you can put all the computer components inside the machine. Definitely this is a nice little installation guide, very easy to follow.